You know, folks, with the word going around, it's going to be possibly a Wreck-It Ralph sequel. And from what I have seen, even though it was through a screener, I'd like to know what you would like to see in the Wreck-It Ralph sequel, because apparently the rumor going around is they're going to go beyond just the arcade now. They're going to be exploring online and home console gaming. I think that's what it is. I think that's what the plan is. Let me check. But apparently that's the plan. And it sounds like they're going to also have Mario involved in some way. So, now, okay, this is a lot. Okay, this is basically all the rumors that have come out in the past 24 hours. This is already going around, and the sequel is already in the works. But this is from Film. I think the Film blog, if you will, /film.com. It's asking the question: could Tron appear in the Wreck-It Ralph sequel? Now, apparently, they're going to try to get Mario in there. Sounds like they got that locked up. But now it sounds like Tron could be heading in for a sequel. I mean, heading in there as well. Now, it says Richard Moore revealed that he originally wanted a Tron cameo in Wreck-It Ralph, and while that didn't pan out, he still got plans to work the character into a sequel. Now Richard Moore says he can't specifically remember why it didn't happen in the original, in the first Wreck-It Ralph. But they're hoping with the sequel they could find a way to see Tron himself in that movie. Now it says Tron isn't the only famous video game character Rich Moore wants to mix in for the sequel. He said a couple months ago that he's expressed his hopes of finding some room for Mario, who at 32 years old remains one of the most iconic characters of all time. We'll really come up with something good for Mario to do in the next film. To be able to present him in the sequel would be great. Now they say how it remains to be seen is how they say it remains to be seen how they would use both Tron and Mario. Since a few concrete plot details have been revealed, it's worth noting though that Moore has previously floated the idea of moving away from arcades and towards online gaming in the sequel. So basically that's the whole situation there. Now, again, it sounds like Mario is a lock. It sounds like, Tron may be hitting maybe a lock and all that. And it sounds like Mario may be, it sounds like basically Tron is sort of still wavering in limbo if he'll be in there or not. And it sounds like Mario could end up being a lock as well. We just don't know exactly what his role would be. We don't know if it would be a big role. We don't know if it would be a semi-big role. We don't know. But besides Mario, besides Mario, what else would you like to see? Because if they're going to be doing online gaming, they're going to focus on the online gaming and home gaming console aspects now. what games would you like to see cameo-wise and basically sort of inspired to make original content games for the movie? In other words, like, we know Heroes Duty was basically inspired by Call of Duty and Halo. We know that. That's basically what it is. It's based off Call of Duty and Halo. And we know Sugar Rush is based off Mario Kart, primarily. So, and Wreck-It Ralph is sort of inspired by Donkey Kong and Rampage. So, again, what, to me, it's like, what characters would you like to see make cameos, as well as what games do you think you would like to see referenced, as well as probably inspire, and as well as used as inspirations for, original games in the movie that would be used in the movie, like they did, like I said, with Heroes Duty and Sugar Rush and Wreck-It Ralph himself. What do you like to see? Myself personally, since the Wii is a big deal, I'd like to see them explore a world similar to the Wii Sports worlds, like the Wii Sports Resort or Wii Sports itself. What else? I'd like to see them probably go into a world that's similar to the Mario Party series. Maybe the Just Dance series. Heck, go into a world that's similar like Rampage. I'd like to see that. Go into a world that's reminiscing or similar to Mortal Kombat. And heck, bring Street Fighter into it. You kind of cameoed them in the first one. Let them have a bigger role in the sequel, or somewhat, because they dominate the Street Fighter games. They dominate the home console sometimes. Same with Sonic. Give him a little bit more of a featuring in there. But and not just that. Like, you got, let's say, Hitman. I know that's crazy, but have some kind of a original game inspired by that series, or somewhat. Let's see. Have a crossover game. Have like two different gaming franchises or characters. Have a crossover game featured, parodized, or inspired into the sequel. That would be a great idea. What else? Punch Out. Punch Out's a huge deal. Have some kind of inspiration, or have Little Mac appear in there as a cameo. That would be great. I'm just saying, these are just things that are off the top of my head. Have a game that's, similar in tone, similar in a way to Resident Evil. Have something like that. Have something similar to the NCAA, to the EA Sports games. Have something there. Instead of just having the characters walking around in the background, have some kind of, involvement. To me, I would like to see a lot of this, plus much more. I mean, heck, have Lara Croft appear in there as a cameo, for goodness sakes. Have her appear. That would be awesome. Especially with the fact that her new game's coming out. I know the sequel would come out. I know the Wreck-It Ralph sequel would come out years later, but have her appear. That would be awesome. What else? I can't really think of much more, but again, this would be a huge. This would be huge if they used a lot of these ideas for cameos and inspirations for original ideas, game-wise, in the sequel. I think it would be great. But let me know what you guys would like to see, because these are just what I would like to see happen. But what would you like to see in the Wreck-It Ralph sequel? Let me know what you guys would like to see. Video respond, comment down below. Let me know what you guys would like to see in the sequel. And that's all I'm going to say. Peace out. God bless. Take care.